you're seeing all these level 50s with their cool skins and you really want all of it, but you're not sure how to get to level 50 and how to do it the fastest way possible, well, I'm going to explain that in this video. Okay, number 1, how much XP you get. When you play a match, you get 1,000 XP just for playing the match, no matter what happens, except if you leave. If you leave, nothing happens. You don't get a loss, you don't get a win, you don't get XP. Absolutely nothing happens. If you win the match, you get an extra 200 XP, along with the 1,000 from before. If you get an award, you get an additional 150 XP. So the most XP you can get in a game is 1,350 XP. The least you can get is 1,000 if you stay till the end of the game. I forgot to mention this before, but if you lose a match, it does nothing. You don't gain XP, but you also don't lose any. So don't worry about losing matches, just worry about winning them.
When I said you don't gain XP, I meant the extra 200 you get from winning a game.
Number 2, how to get level 50 the fastest way possible. Okay, so when you're trying to get to level 50, you need to play your entire game to get the minimum amount of XP, which is 1,000. So, in order to do that the fastest way possible, you need to make your games as short as possible. The shorter your games are, the more you can play in the same amount of time, if that makes sense. If you have an hour, and all your games last 10 minutes, you can play 6 games and get 6,000 XP. But if you make all your games last 5 minutes, you can get 12,000 XP by playing 12 games. The best way to make games go really fast is just by not scoring a lot. The more you score, the longer the game goes on. It says 5 minutes on the clock there at the beginning of every pub, but every single game is more than 5 minutes long, because the game does not end until somebody scores, and the normal game without any scoring is 5 minutes long. Then, I think you have about 6 seconds after you score, where you're just like here, and then when you go back in there, it's another 12 seconds to come out. I think it's 6 here. I'm not sure about that. But if it is, then that's 18 seconds wasted. If you do that over and over, it can really add up. So, if you and your teammates can score 1 goal, get back there, then it's 5 minutes and 18-second game if you guys can just pass around and not score again. Now, if you can get that point, and you can get a lot of passes to your teammates after, then you will probably get one of the awards. This is the best, because then you have a short game where you finish the game, you win it, and you get an award. So you get 1,350 XP in 5 minutes and 18 seconds. That's good. If and when you do get to level 50, there are a bunch of things that you should know, because other level 50s will expect you to be really good, since a level 50 with 300 games looks the same as a level 50 with 9,000 games. The only difference is the skill level and the amount of games, right? But just by looking at how they look, you don't see a difference. So, if you have 300 games, people might expect you to play like you had 9,000 games, just because if it says level 50, it says level 50. There are no higher levels, except for level 51, but you need 10,000 games, and it's a whole thing, so we're not going to talk about that. But for the most part, there is no level above level 50. So, people will think you're just as good as them or anybody else that's level 50, when you're probably not. By the way, if you're wondering, there are only 2 people in the world that have level 51. One is Enderslot, and I forget the other one. But Enderslot was the first to ever get level 51. Okay. First off, you should have decent shots. That does not mean you have to make every shot. Nobody makes other shots. The best players don't make other shots. But you should be able to make a 3-pointer. Not every time. But you should be able to do it. It doesn't have to be fast either. But you should go into a private match when you first get to level 50, or before is even better, and just shoot 3s. Now, if one goes like that, one goes like that, one goes like that, one goes like that, if one goes like that, that was first try, by the way. One goes like that. It doesn't have to be fast. That was a very slow shot. But you need to be able to make it. Not every time. Can't stress that enough. If you miss a shot, that's fine. Everybody misses shots. But you need to be able to make it at least a couple times. Not necessarily in a row, just at least. You also need to know how to regrab. If you look right up there, there should be a tutorial to regrabbing if you don't know already. But if you do know how to regrab, then just keep practicing it. But all level 50s should know how to regrab. They don't have to be good at it, but they should know how to do it. You should also be a decent passer. That's the same with the shots. Practice your passing. They don't have to be fast shots. They don't have to be perfectly aimed shots. If someone's here and you're over there, just pass. If you can get this pass, that's fine if you just become a level 50. You don't need to do all these complicated passes, just a little pass. But this could win you a game. So make sure you can do something even if it's so simple like this. Number 4, you should have a basic understanding of how to juke. You don't have to be good at juking, but you need to know how to do it, and you can always practice it as you go when you're level 50. There's 2 different types of juking. There's wall juking / floor juking. It's called floor juking, but you know, it's on the wall, ceiling, whatever it is, but it's when you're attached to something. And there's something called air juking, where you're not attached to anything and you have to duck, jump, swerve, twist, punch, whatever it is. I will make a tutorial about how to floor juke and air juke and do all that kind of stuff, but it's not out right now, so if you're watching this video, it actually might be out, so you can go ahead and check my channel, but at the time making this video, it is not out. Number 5, you should have decent movement around the field. That means that instead of going like this, like the level 10s, you need to be like a level 50. You need to slap off objects and use your booster. Make sure you're going 5 meters per second at least all the time if there's no disc in your hand. You want to make sure that if somebody's coming down this way, you don't go like this. You want to spread out. You want to wait for a pass on the other side. If your teammate has a disc over here, you want to be over there, for the most part. But you don't want to be close to them, because then there won't be a good pass that really helps your team. So learn how to move around, and if you just go into pubs or go into private matches, you know, just invite your friends to go into a private match, you'll get an idea of how to rotate and how all the mechanics work and where you should go in different circumstances, and that just comes with practice. Like I said before, there are certain things that you can do to make it better, but for the most part, you'll learn how to do it as you go, and that's just the way everybody learns it. Alright, I hope that helped you guys, and if you like my videos, like them, and if you like all my videos, subscribe, because I keep posting videos you'll like. Also, I did start a Twitch channel, so if you guys want to watch me live at any point, I'll put a link in the description, and my name is Volt_Dash on Twitch.
See you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me.